Good day, viewers. Pwalpar here. Sitting here at my computer desk, thought I'd do just a little bit of a vlog. Kind of in a talking mood today. Been busy here lately. I haven't made too many videos lately, but today I think I'll just do maybe a couple of food reviews. Now, what would Pwalpar be to do with food reviews? First of all, we've been coming and going quite a bit here lately. Taking care of getting the car, getting tags on the car, coming and going. I've been doing all the driving because Contraria Mary's still wearing that heart monitor, and she hadn't got back to driving yet until the doctor says it's okay. But we've been coming and going a lot. The point is, occasionally we have to stop and eat out somewhere. Now, sometimes when you go eat out at a little cafe or restaurant or something, it turns to be something good. Sometimes it ain't so hot. I just felt like doing a food review. Have you ever stopped at a place and be sucked in by their advertisement? Let's start off with a review from today. No, let's start off with yesterday. Yesterday we got out and went to town. Had to take care of picking up some medications for the wife at the drugstore, a couple other things. We decided, well, we got some time on our hands. Let's go to the Dollar Tree. She wanted to look around the Dollar Tree. We went up there to the Dollar Tree and walked around in there and picked up a few goodies, a bunch of chocolate candy and stuff we shouldn't be eating. Got it anyway. It was getting on late in the day. We had went and dumped our trash. Went to the post office, paid a couple of bills. Let's go to Captain D's. Well, we went over to Captain D's and ordered our dinner. And here lately, 2 or 3 times over the past 5 or 6 months, we've ate at Captain D's. And they've been giving remarkably good service. And the food has been quite good. Serving it when it's nice and hot, fresh and hot. Ain't been laying under some heat lamp. Maybe we're just lucky and went at the proper time of day. But some of these food places, it just turn your stomach. I give Captain D's a 8 out of 10 as far as stars for the service and the food that we got there recently. So I was quite happy with that. But if you ever went into a place and just hadn't even thought about doing a review or complaining about it, but you realize you've been sucked in. Today we went to town, had to get tags on the wife's car. Went in the tag office and I had fun in there teasing some of the ladies. You know, you had to take a number and go sit down. Had a little gallery where you could sit in chairs and wait while the little TV screen says what your number is to go in there and get your tag. We were going to put our old tag off of her old car on the new car. And that's what we did. We got in there and I didn't expect that kind of crowd. There must have been 20, 30 people waiting to get their tags. So I was teasing around some of them women. Let me trade numbers with you. I got a nice big one here. I'll trade with you. Well, that didn't work too well. They didn't want to trade tickets. So, we went over to Arby's to eat lunch. Now, we've seen all the commercials on TV talking about how good their sandwich is, their cheesesteak. Let me be more specific. Some of their sandwiches probably are good. But you watch the commercial on this new cheesesteak they're pushing, it looks terrific. When you go into Arby's roast beef sandwich place, got this nice pretty picture on the wall, shows a cheesesteak with all the little peppers and onions and looking nice and pretty. And wife was going to get a French dip, but we saw that sign and she said, I'll try the cheesesteak. And I said, what the hey, I'll try it too. I was going to get a couple of roast beef sandwiches. So they took our order. We both ordered the cheesesteak and it comes with the meal. You get a drink and fries. Go sit down at the table and wait. Pretty soon the food comes out. And those cheesesteaks aren't worth a flip. I'm telling you, don't waste your money if you go to Arby's for a cheesesteak. They are awful. First of all, it comes out there, not much bigger than a hot dog bun. Well, considerably bigger. And it's mostly some type of white cheese. It's kind of like Velveeta cheese, mixed together with some chopped up meat, almost ground beef is what it was. It wasn't no steak. It's the saltiest thing you ever put in your mouth. Didn't even look nothing like the picture. With the bun that it comes on is rubber. You know what they done. They had these sandwiches already made up, and they stuck them in a microwave and nuked them. Well, when you unwrap the aluminum foil, it looks so pretty all rolled up. You unwrap the aluminum foil to get your sandwich out, and you pick it up, and cheese just runs out on the napkin and on the table. It's so melted from the microwave. Then you pick up the sandwich and try to bite it. Cheese squishes everywhere. Tastes real salty. And the bun is like rubber. You can't microwave a bun or a roll in a microwave for more than just a few seconds where it won't turn to rubber. I'm telling you, if you go to Arby's, don't waste your money. It's the awful sandwich you ever put in your mouth. So we had to throw our lunch away. That's my review of Arby's roast beef sandwich. We got finished at Arby's today and thought we'd just go on home and rest and relax. Well, by the time we got home it was 4 or 5 o'clock. So she didn't feel like cooking. You don't have to cook. We'll come up with something easy. So we had a pack of wings already cooked. You just heat them in an air fryer. They're already prepared. Hot wings, not hot wings, crispy wings, but they make hot wings too. Different brands, and they're not bad. You throw them in the air fryer, but ain't long. You got some hot wings or crispy fried wings. It comes out pretty darn good. And that's what we were going to have for supper instead. Well, we got this new product. Let me show you this right here. It's called Ben's Original. I guess it's Uncle Ben's. Somebody's probably the same company. Street food, fried rice and vegetables. They don't look like much. Comes in a little plastic tray. And I think we got it over at Ingles grocery store. I think that's where we bought these. Well, you pull that tray out and bent the little plastic top, stick it in your microwave, 90 seconds later, you got some fairly decent fried rice. It's a little on the bland side, but what do you expect? A little bit of soy sauce out of the refrigerator fixed me right up. I'm telling you, you want a quick pick-me-up and don't feel like doing some cooking, get you a Ben's Street Food. They make other flavors. I didn't get any. One was Jamaican something, but they had 2 or 3 different flavors. I'm going to try the other ones because I was quite impressed with Ben's Street Food. So we had fried rice and wings, and it was pretty good. I probably left them in the air fryer a little bit long, but they were still good. Cooked them about 18 minutes. I think 15 would have been better. I'm going to divert my little rant over to a little bit of a vlog now. The other day when we picked up the wife's new car from the Honda of Noonan, they brought the new car around. They had it all washed and clean for us to drive it away that day. Well, I had a couple of men come out there to try to show us how to work the car and everything. We wanted to hook our phones up. Well, like Terry Mary's phone hooked right up to the little computer. You had to put a wire in there. We didn't have a wire, but I had a charging wire that got it working. Wasn't a very good quality charging wire, but it worked. Long enough to find out, how to hook her phone up. Well, they tried and tried and tried to hook up my phone. And I decided it wasn't really my phone, it's probably the wire. But my phone would not connect to the computer. We hooked hers up and started driving on back to Griffin. Got about halfway home and then it quit. So I knew right away it was the wire. Got on down to The next day we went over to T-Mobile. I was going to get a wire for the hookup to the car, and I did. And while I was in there, I got kind of reeled in and bought myself a new cell phone. Well, I've had that other cell phone, smartphone. This will be my third one that I got today or yesterday. Well, it was about 3 or 4 days ago that I got the phone. And that's my third one. My S9 has been a good phone. I paid a little over $1,000 for it over at Best Buy. I didn't buy it from a phone company or have any kind of contract on it. I bought the phone outright. It's been a good one. Being 10 years old, okay, I'll get me a new phone. When they sold me a Galaxy S24, that booger bear, twice as heavy, went off and left my SD. I had a SD card in that phone, and I spent the last 3 or 4 days trying to get Google to get my gallery and everything to back up to Google, because I use Google Drive to store my cloud to back up. They had everything hooked over to Microsoft, and I had quit using Microsoft 365. But I had to sign back into Microsoft in the process of trying to get this phone to work. So today, I couldn't get Google to hook up at all. It was downright, every setting in that phone. If you ever tried adjusting the settings on these new smartphones, you got to pretty well be a whiz to figure them all out. And I hooked up a lot of things I wanted, but I never could get that. Stopped at T-Mobile today. Had a young lady get me hooked up. And Walter's a proud owner of a new S24. We did that before we went over to Arby's and found out how terrible their dinner was. Anyway, I hope my viewers are not getting out and doing too much in this heat. The heat has been unbearable here lately. I went out there and was going to do some more work, but Contrary Mary made me come back in the house. Couldn't argue with her very much, because I know she's right. I shouldn't be out there in that heat. What else did I want to talk about? Talked about the tag office. Anyway, they often I do a food review. If somebody treats me right and has good service, I'll brag on them. And if there's a good product, I'll brag on them. But don't show me some pretty picture of a sandwich and make it look all like a Philly cheesesteak and claim that's what you're selling, when you're selling something I wouldn't feed my dog. I'm telling you, I literally would not feed it to a dog. That's my opinion of Arby's, and that's going to finish my rant for today. I have worked on my Google Maps video. I made a little video, but I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to redo it. Haven't done any videos the last few days. I do hope all my viewers are doing well. Hope you're not getting out and overdoing it this heat. And when you go to Ingles or somewhere where they sell Ben street food, give it a whirl. We done got lazy in our old age, falling back on the air fryer, but I'm telling you what, if you ain't got no air fryer, you're missing out. You can make some good French fries, you can make fried chicken, you can make chicken wings, we've cooked short thighs, all kind of stuff in there. And it's a lot easier to clean up an air fryer than it is to clean the whole kitchen stove, so occasionally we do an air fry shortcut supper. But then again, sometimes Contrary Mary get out there and cook everything in the kitchen. We were going to have pork chops and something else today. I said, no, it's too late. We're going to eat out of the air fryer, but you make them pork chops tomorrow. We'll stick them in the refrigerator and cook them tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be, I think she said, green beans and squash and fried pork chops with some gravy and maybe some mashed taters, and I don't know what she might come up with. Some sliced tomatoes, we got some of them. Anyway, that's going to be on the menu for tomorrow. appreciate you stopping by my computer desk here and listening to me rant and carry on and do my little food review. Y'all take care. Pwalpar saying, y'all have a good day.